here. Hi there, how are you?
Hi, good.
Dan Solo and Grace.
Hi,
Hi,
nice to meet you.
you.
I'm Grace. The lots are over here.
Okay,
If you want to do that, we can go over right now.
that's cool.
Usually I choose those later.
Well,
Doesn't matter to me. It's either first or second. It doesn't matter. I thought I had the plot plan, but I didn't have a sheet because I gave it away to another gentleman that met with me 2 days ago. And I forgot to print myself another one. But it's very simple. This corner right here, the frontage is Wyoming.
I know.
And so this whole area is all divided up into 6 different lots. And then there's 2 more on the other side of the driveway. So, and this is kind of hard for them to mow, so they don't mow this. They mow this part of it because it's a lot flatter. But if you can imagine this, it's just divided into 6 different parcels. And if you put an imaginary line all the way across halfway, and then 3 others divided. You see what I'm saying? Houses like that would probably go on it, or one big building could go on it.
Okay.
So if you just imagine, you know, if you take this square piece of cake and you divide it in half,
along this way, and then there's 3 along
on the front.
Wyoming.
Correct.
Okay.
So
That's
just
cool.
yeah, and then same thing on that corner there. There's 2 lots on that side, so there's 8 lots total.
That front onto Wyoming, and then the lots that front this way.
This part here does not belong there. It's 2 lots there. It kind of jags a little bit, so it's kind of uneven. But there are 2 separate lots on that side.
And this looks like it's abandoned or not being used.
You know, I think this here building belongs to the house next door, but I'm not sure. I have no clue.
So this is part of it. It's just hard to mow.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, the pastor right now mows this all the time, and that's why he wants to give away. Yeah. So yeah, I think it belongs to the property next door. So. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and
so on this one, it's.
Yeah, I don't want to go up there because it's hard for me to get down here with heels.
Well, I'm just gonna have a look.
Yeah.
So does it go all the way to Steel?
Does it go where?
All the way to the next street? There's
Not the next street. There's only 2 lots.
just the first 2 lots. Okay.
Yeah, and I can send you the link. Oh, I thought I did. Did I send you the copy of the property?
Send me a,
The listing, the actual listing, correct?
send me a link to the listing.
And on that listing, there should be a listing that says attachments. If you don't have that, I can send it to you directly.
So this is a big lot.
There's plenty of parking
I see.
for whatever your needs are. The roof is new. All the block windows are new. The air conditioning unit here is new, locked up. They're afraid of vandalizing. Yeah. Well, you know, it's in a lot of neighborhoods. It doesn't matter. They want nice air conditioning units. So. I would say to the edge of the parking lot here would be safe to say that it is. He never really said, the pastor never said, but I would just say it's up to the parking lot.
Well, it's a big parking.
That doesn't look too sharp. Oh, it's metal siding. I should understand.
It needs some work, as I mentioned. I'm sorry?
Well, there was a stray cat. Well, good. I like it. Yeah, let's go ahead and look inside then.
And then right here is a newer, if there's a new furnace in there, I don't have the key to get in it. The pastor said that, somebody is interested and they want to come back to it, we'll let it in, but he didn't give me a key for it yet, but it's behind that door.
Okay, so that track is related to the new furnace system.
I would say so.
I don't really need to see it, but if I could get a
But it is
indication of the maker and the...
Okay, yeah. In fact, he sent me a picture of it.
That's great. That's
So,
beautiful.
yeah.
Send that to me.
Yeah. So, we'll go back on into your car.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, it's a solid structure.
It does appear to be very solid.
And it's 6,500 square feet and 119.
This
That's
is
more than
brick
one.
stone, or is it actually mixed in?
What no, that's actual brick.
So is it wood frame or steel frame?
That I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. And this here is just a room that they use right now as just a storage room because they're getting ready to move out all the unnecessary stuff. I don't know where the light switch is, to be honest with you. And I don't know if it might be one of these or if the light's just out. I'm not sure. Yeah, but they use this as a pastor's room until they stuff all this stuff in there. And, so not so congested, but I really, yeah. So this room here, the ceiling is new, all the light fixtures are new, everything works. Right now I just don't have all the lights on. In the beginning I was trying to get everything in order. So they use this as a library. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure if I have all the electric on.
Oh, there you go. It looks like brick.
Well, this was built a long time ago, so I would imagine it's probably the same.
See, they got masonry along there.
You know what
Oh,
else?
yeah, it is. Ha-ha, excellent. It is all concrete block construction. Good.
Let me go out to my car real quick. I think I left my purse and my key in there.
Okay, yeah.
Let me go in there real quick.
We'll just wander around a bit in this room. Yeah, so that's good. That's very strong. Okay. Depending upon where they put the rebar. You know about concrete block. If you put rebar in the holes between the cells of the block, on that, it's better to put rebar down and then fill it, fill those empty holes. If you don't, it's actually a fairly weak wall, but if you do fill those, concrete block has two cells. So if they're empty, then it's a very frangible wall, and when you hit it, it breaks apart. But if they're full and you put rebar down those holes, it's very, very strong. It's one of the strongest materials.
Yeah, so this is the part of the sanctuary part right here. And then we'll walk on through and I'll show you all the other stuff. Yeah, this part here is all functional, everything's working great. The
Looks
downstairs
good, yeah.
basement will probably need some work.
Carpet's a little bit warm.
One of the bathrooms,
Oh, okay.
totally functional.
Yeah. Good metal faucets.
Are they going to clear it out before the sale finalizes?
They're going to clear it out after the sale is complete,
Fine, okay.
because they don't want to be stuck in a situation where somebody says, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and close, and then they have everything moved out, and then something happens. So they
Yeah,
said
yeah.
they would like at least a week to 10 days to get all of their stuff out of here after the closing.
Oh, that makes good sense.
Yeah. because they're still using it, you know, they're still having worship on Sundays, they still have their food banks, they still have their youth groups here that come, so they're still totally functional.
Is there a shower on the site?
No, there is not. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's, well, yes, there's an alarm system I put on every time that we come in and out.
That's a good thing.
Again, I don't have all the lights on.
More mysteries. It just adds to the air of history and uncertainty.
So this is the cafeteria that they use for now. Does not have a stove, but one could be added if needed.
Is
So-
there gas or electric in this?
There's both. There's gas and electric.
Okay. Do you know if it's a gas furnace?
Gas furnace, correct.
Well, those are much more efficient, so that's
Yeah.
a good thing.
And it's newer too. Let me see if I, he did either he texted or emailed it to me, I can't remember, but let me check on this last text from me.
Good old fridge.
So here's the picture of the furnace. So here's the door I was telling you about, that where it's at. So he showed me where the door was, and then this is the furnace.
Oh, that does look good.
Yeah. Oh, is that what? Oh, well, okay. That's a nice.
Well, if you can email or text us.
Okay. All right. And so this is one of the rooms that they're currently using when they do all the youth stuff. So as you can see, kids are still using it. They come in here and they play, whatever. Yeah.
You can conduit. Get concrete walls.
Actually, can I ask you about what kind of financing we do if you were to like it and want to go forward with it?
We would probably do
Okay. Okay, because I'm trying to find a lender right now. I
How's
have,
that go?
well, I just got a hold of them this morning, and they're trying to get me some information because I have a gentleman that saw it, what was it, Saturday or whatever it was, that wants to put an offer on it, but I told him, I said, no sense in wasting my time unless you can get financing, and I'm trying to help him find a lender, and he's trying to get one to see which one is going to work with him better. So,
Well, that
yeah,
makes good sense.
yeah.
And what is the lender you talked to?
Like I said, I just got in touch with them today. They're getting all the information gathered. I gave them the address, the county information. In fact, the county has this valued right now as it sits at $255,000.
Okay.
That's because it's 6,500 square feet.
That includes the lots.
That does not include the lots. It's just
Okay.
this property.
Yeah.
Okay. But they're offering it for sale, you said at 119?
119. We started at 159.9, but then we weren't getting anything. He said, I want this thing sold. Let's drop it. So.
And this is an outer door, right?
Correct, that's an exit door. I must not have that light. This light was working, but I must not have the electric on there. That's their,
There's more back here.
like where they put their pantry,
Oh,
so
okay.
that, when people come for food.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's the other bathroom there, and then the other bathroom there. There's 2 bathrooms up here. So there's 3 bathrooms here, and then there's more bathrooms on the other side of the building. So like what we're doing right now is we're transitioning into the other building. 'Cause it's
Okay.
like an L-shaped lot.
Yeah, I saw it from the outside.
So that's where he's headed now. Another exit door. And all these lights work, it's just that sometimes, no, there we go. Some of the electrical I don't have turned on the circuit breaker.
Oh, okay.
So this is just another room. Yeah.
It's a sunny enough day.
Men's room. It's got
Yeah.
2 stalls in there with a sink.
Cool.
And then there's a women's stalls bathroom here, same like that one. Only this is the women's.
And then does this give access to the
That
basement?
goes down to the downstairs area. The only thing is, oh yeah, that's okay. We can go down this way.
Is it? I can go down there and I'll go ahead, there's another way.
No, there is another way, but it's kind of obstructed by a bunch of stuff, so.
Okay.
I
Well,
don't-
they do have a lot of stuff, but
Yeah. It's all
organizations do that. They fill up their,
Yeah.
wow, this is
buried down?
This here used to be the kitchen area because you've got the stove down here.
And the freezer.
So, but the light fixtures, this is, you know,
Where's
this
this
is the issue, is the light fixtures here.
Yeah.
And,
Standing water.
well, the reason why is because we had a small leak here, and they were going to get a basement person to come in here and try to figure out where it's coming from. We don't know if it's coming from the,
Since it's a new roof, we're sure it's not coming from direct.
it's not coming from the roof. I think it's coming from over here somewhere. And, you know, it's up high on a hill, so I can't imagine that it's coming from the ground. So it's got to be coming from somewhere, we don't know
Right.
where.
If you have a spring underneath it, my parents' house in Kansas had a spring underneath it. And
Yeah. And you know what, at 119.9, I mean, we went from 159.9 and then finding out we have this situation, so we lowered the price accordingly.
It's steel frame.
So,
Yeah, would you get an image of that for me?
Yeah, I will. Any pest issues?
nope, not at all. I wouldn't be here if it was. I'd be going, you guys go downstairs, I'm not going down there, but no pests at all whatsoever.
This looks like it's just the foundation that needs a little bit of patchwork, because you can see the crack here, and then the water accumulates along the crack. So
Yeah.
that doesn't tell me much about what's underneath here, but it's probably a slab, right? Well, but you're saying that that's the hill, so this is actually excavated and then bricked down. But
Yeah.
this part
It
is
seemed
slab,
to, it
so-
seemed to be coming from that direction, because it seemed like the water was running this way.
Uh-huh, I
So-
see that.
So I don't know if it's from that window that it's coming in, or if maybe the gutters are not, going.
Are these
Those are not functional, I don't believe.
Because they look like steam vents, which would give you water, but if
Yeah.
the steam's turned off, then that's not the source of the water.
Yeah, I don't know.
I see what you mean about them being the source over here, though, and you can see this. Brown reckless, nice.
I mean, when we get a lot of rain at one time, this happens, obviously.
Yeah, there's probably a crack underneath there somewhere.
Yeah. And they don't use the basement, so that's why they haven't been really too concerned about it. They just use the upstairs.
Sure,
Yeah.
that's a lot of rooms get that way. You know,
Yeah.
you don't need to keep it in repair because we just don't use it.
Exactly.
Not a problem because.
That is the other exit to the other side, but it's obstructed with junk, so I told him to move that out, but they haven't done it yet. He said it's really hard because he needs, it's paint. Yeah, it's just paint.
Good, good. We want to have more coming down the staircase.
Yeah. And then this is another big room that you can utilize.
It's a nice big room.
Yeah.
This one is nice.
Yeah.
Same
It's all
cracking
covered
along the
plumbing.
floor. There's probably a very, very tiny.
It seems like I smell mold, to be honest.
It's just the water coming in.
Uh-huh.
When it's not being used and there's no air circulating.
Yeah, but I
that
do
water-
smell mold. I just
I think it's
I couldn't
actually
tell you.
mildew that you're
Okay.
smelling. But yeah, same
Yeah.
concept. If these windows opened, you could get fresh air through and it would break that up. But they went with concrete block, which is
yeah.
inexpensive.
Yeah.
And a
It
good
is.
insulator.
And you know what, they should have put the ones that had, like the concrete blocks, to put like a vent in there so that can open up the vents a little bit.
Well, that can be added after.
Exactly, you can, it's just a minor thing.
Well, it's good construction. I like the way it's built.
Yeah, it's a good solid building.
Yep.
It sounds like it's filled and not empty.
And the electrical works here. The only room that has an issue with the electrical is the kitchen room down there.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if because there's no light bulbs or what it is.
So, no.
I haven't even seen an ant or a spider anywhere.
Oh, that's another brown recluse right there.
Another what?
This spider here, brown recluse.
Oh, okay, that's the first spider. I was so tiny I
There were
didn't even
tiny
see
ones
it.
over by the water in the other room. But they're very tiny, nothing to worry about. They don't eat much. They will give you a bit of a wound if you get.
Lights off, there's something going on here. Yeah, the lights were up here.
Dan, could you put the camera in this room for us, please?
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome, dude. There's no light and just have night vision, so.
You want me to like put my
Yeah, there's no light. This doesn't have night vision, so.
Well, all the lights here work, and
that helps
this
a
one
Not
here.
really, no. But it's cool.
Let's see, is there no light fixture here?
I don't know.
There.
There we go.
Yeah.
Fiat Lux. Let there be light. And it's got a nice mural. That's a very nice mural. A lot of Jesus right there.
Mm-hmm.
He's a good guy. I'm very pleased. Oh, and they've got a open vent. One could take. One wouldn't have to do too much to make that into just a vent for fans. I wonder if there's one on the other side. Oh, there is. Beautiful. Beautiful window air conditioning.
There's actually two. There's one there and down there.
Sweet, yeah, and there's another one here. Okay, then, that problem's easy to solve. You just take out the window units. And I'm surprised they haven't gone missing from the local tweaker population wanting to.
I know.
Last summer, not this summer, but the summer before, it was so hot I saw tweakers putting metal back into an air conditioner.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now this is where the boiler is for this part of the room. That new furnace that you saw was for the sanctuary part of the building. So there's an old one there, but it works.
For this back building, yeah?
Correct.
Yeah,
Yep,
this
but-
has the look of an addition. Is there anything up?
No,
Attic, crawl space, anything?
nope, not that I know of that he told me. Oh, that doesn't work. There was one that worked. There we go.
That is a nice drill press.
So all the lights are all functioning. These are all storage rooms here that you're using as. So,
Windows that open.
Yep.
It's got some elevation here. I like that.
and then this is just a closet, storage, whatever.
Yeah. Doesn't look like there's anything between it and the rock
And
ceiling.
also one of the alarm
Yeah.
systems there. This exit, this is the other exit, and this is that one entrance down that had all that stuff obstructed.
Yeah, we were down.
Yeah, I keep telling them to clean it, but it just hasn't made it here to clean it all up.
It is something that a lot of people like, but I'm indifferent to it. I understand the accumulation of things
Okay.
for organizations. Wow. That is just amazing. Look at this.
Old weight.
Yes. 1890? Yeah. That is an 1898 scale.
Antique, I'd say, right?
Definitely. No, that's very, very impressive.
So that,
Very biblical.
and you saw, I'm sorry, you
Thou shalt have one weight.
saw this room? That's also got the new way over there.
Yeah, and a mural. Simon Ella, going on. Yeah, the new mural is really nice. Very thoughtful house, double pane windows.
Yeah, I mean, my thought is that if somebody just wanted to get started and start to have their own Sunday mass or worship or whatever they want to do, they can start using it and then do the work as you go along to the rest of the stuff. I mean, that would be,
Makes sense.
yeah, and then this is another storage area. Still light fixtures are all in good working
Yeah, no,
condition.
this part is in really good shape. I like the improvements with the,
I had this all cleaned up when I took pictures, but they keep taking things out and then they never put them back.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna have a talk with them. It takes a lot less effort for somebody to take it out and then put it back than for me to come and do all the work when I'm trying to show it, you know? And so I'm gonna have a talk with the pastor and say, I gotta have it in good showing condition here, you know? So,
not for much longer.
what's that?
I said, I hope not for much longer. I hope it's off the market soon.
Me too. So I'm going along and turning off the lights as we go, so I don't have to run back and.
Okay.
Oh, going back this way. This is the little L shape. Yeah, go ahead. I'm gonna make sure everything's turned off.
Thanks.
Yeah, all right then.
It's up here.
It feels like there's a space above us, is that right?
I'm sure there is because it's tall, but I think it's just part of the ceiling and the way it drops. Because if you look at the outside, it's an L shape, but part is higher and part is lower. Now, this back in here, I didn't know if you noticed this. This back in here, there's a tub right underneath it. That's where they do their baptisms.
Well, they are Baptists, we expect that.
I'm not sure if the plumbing is functional. What you looking for, sweetie? Did you lose a glove?
Yeah, my other glove is somewhere in this building.
Oh, okay. Well, we could take a look around and see if it was dropped anywhere.
Oh, it was definitely dropped somewhere, especially where...
Are you sure you had it with you instead of in your car or in your pocket? All right,
I'm bringing the car myself.
There it is, there it is, here it is.
Yeah, it's right there.
Ah,
Just had to retrace your steps about 20 feet.
There you go.
all right then, thank you. Well, I'm gonna go look at that outside.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, I see what you're saying, yeah. Yeah, it is right there. Back over. All right then. Anything else I need to know about it?
I don't think so. I think we went through everything. It is zoned for a church and daycare center, because they used to run a daycare center in here. So,
Good.
yeah. If it was
And
not
as
functioning,
a church, is
you know.
it tax exempt? Or?
Yes, it's all tax exempt.
Okay. So if a tax exempt organization buys it, it should stay tax exempt.
Correct.
All right then.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
sounds good.
I mean, yeah, I think if it wasn't functioning as a already in current use and everything, I would, I would ask more questions. But it's functional. There's nothing that he hasn't
No, it looks
disclosed to
good.
me.
It looks fine to me, yeah.
So.
All right, well, I appreciate your giving us
Absolutely.
the tour. It
Yeah.
really is an amazing place.
Awesome,
And
thank you. Yeah, at that price for 6,500 square foot and the extra lots and stuff. I mean, you can build a building there. You can use that as an extra parking spot if you wanted to.
Now,
Bus
is that zone
parking.
residential or is that also zone church?
Uh,
The lots.
I think it's residential, but I'm not positive.
Okay.
I can go back into the county rec. Nobody's asked me that, so I'll have to. I just said it was 6 lots. I'm thinking that it was lots for residential because back in the days they used to build the houses that were like real bit, real narrow and up.
Oh, yeah, I'm living in
And that's
one.
why they're like long, narrow lots, is because that's what it was designed for.
Yep.
Right, two-story rows. And then the other 2 lots over here are probably residential too.
Correct.
Would be a big guess.
Yeah.
All right then.
But,
Well, I like it. I like the area.
all right.
And I will be in touch about our organization making an offer. Is that right?
Is that what? I'm sorry, Jim, I didn't hear
There are
you.
2 tall minarets over here with crosses on them. Is that like a Catholic church or a cathedral?
I would say that's a Catholic church, but I'm not sure. That might be, oh gosh, I can't even remember that. The Immaculate Conception Church downtown. Thank you. I'm pretty sure that's what that is.
Well, good. Good. Wow. And so we're near downtown?
I'm sorry?
We're near downtown.
Oh, yeah.
That's kind of weird. I mean, some downtowns, you see skyscrapers along the way.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, but that's, yeah, this is the older part of the, Dayton, downtown Dayton. So,
Nice. All right. Well, I'm gonna
okay.
look over here at another piece of ground.
Okay. All I'm gonna go in and finish turning it off, and I'll turn the
Turn the
alarm
back
on. And if you have any other questions, I'd be happy to answer them for you if I have the answers.
Okay. Sounds good, Grace. Thanks a lot.
Okay.
Yes, I was coming up late, but saw. Oh, over here. I don't see that thing. Over there. We'll look at it next time. Well, what do you think, Dan?
I have to think about it, but if we had the money, I suppose it might make sense.
Yeah.
You heading back?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. Well, I'll see you there unless you want to ride back with me.